Okay, I'll just start right off the bat. Urine strips do not work for ketones, okay? That only shows when your body's getting rid of ketones. So therefore, when you first start trying to get into ketosis, you may see the urine ketones rise, but once you're into ketosis, you don't see anything there anymore. So many of you ask the questions, can I use my urine strips? The answer is absolutely not. And you know what I hear all the time? Well, I get into ketosis in 1 day or 2 days, and really what they're talking about is their urine ketones rise, not accurate. So I decided to show you, and by the way, if you didn't watch the video that I did last video, please watch it, because I talked about how to know your eating window or your fasting window with intermittent fasting. Major tip there. So, but you want to go to getketomojo.com and get one of these meters, and they have the glucose strips and the ketone strips, so you can look at your morning glucose and ketones and your before your first meal glucose and ketones, and you should see glucose dropping and ketones rising. You have to watch the video to get all the details. All right, but the urine strips absolutely do not work. Okay, another huge tip. This is big. It takes on average, if you haven't been into ketosis, 2 to 4 weeks to fat adapt, or say keto adapt, meaning before you start seeing numbers of ketones in your blood, that's beta hydroxybutyrate in your blood, and this pricks the finger so you can actually look at both. It takes about 2 to 4 weeks for that to happen, and then you'll be above 0.5. That's how you know you're in ketosis. Big tip. Once you start seeing that you are in fact above 0.5, here's the tip of the day right here, okay? Now you add a feast day in. So 1 day a week, try doing high carbs, healthy carbs. So maybe that's the day where you actually increase your fruit. Maybe that's the day you eat some healthy grains, maybe some oatmeal that you missed. Or maybe it's the day you just go off the board, man, I don't know. But the bottom line is this, what that does is it reminds your body it's not starving. Meaning, if you're low carb too long, the body will start literally holding on to its fat stores. So when you remind the body it's not starving, it breaks out of that starvation mode where it wants to hold your fat. And all of a sudden, 2 days after, you're going to see your ketones rise dramatically. Don't even measure them the day after, because they're going to drop and your glucose is going to rise. But that's the idea. The body realizes it has fuel and it starts firing up the fat burning machine. So if you want to fire up the fat burning machine, you have to add a feast day in a week. By the way, we even learned as a group of doctors to do this 5 days a month. You can go, if you don't like carbs, because maybe you don't do well with carbs, try high protein 5 days a month, or high carbs 5 days a month. Ladies, this is huge, especially those with thyroid or hormone or adrenal problems. The 5 days before your menstruation, your period, magic. It'll turn the hormones on the rest of the month. You know why? Because you need glucose and insulin to make some of these hormone conversions. So that's why you get cravings the week before the period. Makes sense, right? And males, men, that works for us too. Believe it or not, it does. But weekly, I call this weekly and monthly diet variation, or AKA feast famine cycles. Listen, it's all in my book. If you go to Beyond Fasting, the book, you can get my book, which will be out in just a few weeks. So check it out there. And listen, remember to like this and share this video. You know how many people are trying to measure their ketones with urine strips? And you know how many people have been doing low carb, really strict, wondering why their fat loss is occurring? And they're losing muscle and getting weaker in the gym? Share the video, seriously, because people don't know this. And this is something that I've written extensively about in my book. So share it. I know this is going to help. Go to getketomojo.com. I will make sure we put the link in here. And maybe we can even link some of my articles or Cellular Healing TV episodes about this huge, important topic. Share and like the videos. Oh, also comment from the last video. What are your morning glucose and ketones? And what are they before first meal? And again, if those numbers aren't looking good, they're not doing the right thing, change your eating window. Let me know what that's doing. So please comment on what your numbers are. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Remember, fix the cell to get well.